Right, get ready.
Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Sorry for the absence, but now that I'm back on Creatively Unscripted, I decided not to have just one guest. I decided to have three legends on my show today. Three beautiful people stand before me, and I'm so scared. Okay, I
I'm
have
scared. Scared for what?
Hossan, Dwayne, and I'm
Hi.
scared because three legends stand before me. You know what I mean? I do
Nonsense
not
lah.
have any pictures in my hand. Okay, so
Rubbish.
I appeared on their show some time ago, and they asked me lots of awkward questions. So I have to return the favor by asking them to come on this show to ask them awkward questions. So let's start off the show with the most awkward question of all. Okay, why don't you tell our listeners what you do?
Who start first?
Okay, Hossan, start first.
You gotta. Oh, me. Okay.
Okay.
What I do? Oh my gosh. Currently, I am. Currently, what am I doing? I'm prepping for National Day Parade because someone has to march in the contingents.
All right.
Someone has to fly the plane for the fly past. So I'm doing that now.
You're parachuting down, right?
No, they didn't allow me to do that because I'm old. But other than that, I'm doing the mobile columns, everything lah, basically. So
Lovely.
creative consultant, actor, director, stand-up comedian. Basically, I'm an entertainer at heart.
Okay. Ben?
I am a non-essential ad executive, so been busier than ever in the last 3 months. I think my friends here can attest to that as well. I've never been busier.
Yeah.
And I make ads and social media content for a lot of companies and a lot of government agencies. So this year has been quite exciting for me in terms of work and quite fulfilling as well, because we're actually, fulfilling a purpose in making sure that our communications reach the right people and have the right impact.
So essentially, you are very essential because without you, we won't get all the information right.
Quite grateful for that lah, actually. So make sure that I don't bluff anybody and say the wrong thing. Yeah.
Okay, and Dwayne.
Hello, I'm an actor, I am a director, I'm a playwright, I am recently a storyteller. I've been working on storytelling for kids every Saturday mornings.
Okay.
And I managed to start my CCA coaching online. So I'm actually a CCA coach, but I have to stop for a while because
Okay.
So I'm glad that they've approved it. So I'm back on Zoom to teach drama to kids, to students.
I see. Okay. Now, all of us non-essential people essentially are dealing with our transition right now, okay? We're all transitioning. So how have you been dealing with okay, let's start off with CB. How did you deal with your CB?
I think, when we went into CB, I told Ben immediately, I said, we have to do something because, I mean, I knew Ben was, he's got a real job,
But
real grateful for that, yes.
Yeah, no, salary. But I was thinking of all our friends who suddenly have no work. So I said, let's do a chat show. Right, Ben? And then I said, let's just do it. And then I said, we need someone to come in and talk rubbish with us. And I said, Dwayne Lau. Let's get Dwayne Lau on. And just do, and just talk and interview our friends. So we initially had all our friends come on. And then I think that our show, the Lorem Ipsum show, took on a certain momentum. And suddenly we were dealing with, mental health issues, inclusivity. Sorry, I can't say it right.
You managed to pronounce the word. That was fabulous. Yes.
Inclusive.
Inclusivity.
Thirsty.
Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers,
everyone. Sorry, this is my Uncle Thermos flask, okay?
So anyway, the show, I think, garnered a lot of traction and it's being hosted by the Royal Singapore Facebook. So that was my goal to try and get people to work. I mean, it wasn't a paid job, but at least get people out there on the internet. So that was how I dealt with CB before some jobs started coming in for me, which I want to be I'm also very grateful for.
Yeah. But you live in JB, right? So how did you manage that?
Oh, I had to come in. So once Malaysia put the control order on,
you trouble, is
said,
it?
okay. I kind of like waited. I said, okay, never mind lah. We don't move, law. We don't move.
Yeah.
But the moment Singapore started the stay-home notice, I said, that's it. I have to come in because I can't be stuck in a room for 14 days and not be able to work.
Yes.
So I've been in Singapore ever since March 20th in a hotel.
Okay. Oh, right. So glam.
No, not glam. Not glam. Small room.
But it's still a hotel,
I'm a refugee in my own country.
Ayo. What about the other two? How has CB been for you?
I've been very fortunate, as what Hossan said, right? He called me one day and said, hey, I need to talk to you. We're going to do something with Miyagi and myself. And I need to be really honest, I'm very grateful for the two of them because being on the Lorong Ibsen show has stretched me beyond my wildest imagination. And then suddenly, Dwayne, I need to do a music video. Dwayne, I need to do a magic show. Dwayne, I need to do a program. I'm like, oh my God. But that really helped me because it just took my mind off being in a circuit breaker. It took my mind off having nothing to do. And I got to meet amazing people like yourself, Daniel.
Thank you.
So I'm really thankful for these two, uncles. Just kidding.
I think I'm the oldest one here,
Yeah, you are.
I am, right? Oh my God.
No, they've been really, really kind and looking out for me and all. And I remember once they were saying, hey, you should get your online presence going during this time.
Yeah.
And that's when I started doing all these parody videos. I started doing all these Les Mis parody videos. And that also kept my creative mind going because I felt that if I don't do anything, it's just going to go dormant, it's going to go stagnant. So I needed to keep that. It's a muscle, you see. I needed to keep it going so that when I start theatre, I'm not going to be like, what is this all about? So that's why I've been busy during the whole CB period.
Yeah, Dwayne has been super positive. He's like Mr. Sunshine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's great. The energy is fantastic. So it actually rubs off. And the shows that we do is always like, late in the evening. To us, it's late, 9:30, damn late, already, right? Yes. Tired from work and everything. Then Dwayne is like, okay, let's go. And he's dressed up for the Zoom.
I know that's fantastic.
Right? It's always like overdoing it, and it rubs off. It's fantastic, and that's all. That's the story of our circuit breaker. I think.
Right.
For me personally was, we knew a change was gonna come,
Yeah.
And we had to adapt quickly. And thankfully, like what Hossan and I have always told each other, we've done this all our lives, adapting to change.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, okay, we can fix something. Let's do something fun. As long as it's fun, we'll get through it. So, like for the last 2.5 months, okay, working from home was a bit of a challenge. But at work, it took off a different meaning. We were more urgent because we thought, oh no, we're going to lose business, right? That's the panic that set in.
Yeah.
And then straight away, my colleagues and myself, we started to put in extra effort, like what can be done better. And we found better ways of doing stuff. We learned new things, shooting remotely, like I was showing you earlier.
Yes.
It was fantastic. And we learned so many new things. And I think we are geared for whatever is thrown at us. And then now that we have to go back to work twice a week, we're like, okay, now new challenge. What to eat?
I don't want, right?
Yeah. Them sian go back to work.
But you know what? I think it's this ability to adapt that has given the two of the older ones wrong side. Two of the older ones, right? That longevity, and that's why you're still around and you're still relevant and you're still in demand because you are able to pivot and adapt, right?
I think we didn't have a choice really because for me, it was, and I think Ben until recently when he got his real job, we struggled from paycheck to paycheck, really. We had to grab every opportunity that came. Doors slam in our faces, never mind, knock someone, knock it down to get the job. That's been our life for me for the past 30 years,
Hossan Hustle Leong.
That's my middle name. Hustle Random Leong.
Okay, we've gone through all this like adapting and then pivoting and all that. But what about personally? How do you think this? Do you think you've changed personally because of this crisis?
Dwayne.
Wrong side last year.
Okay, Dwayne.
Personally, I think I've learned to be a lot more resilient in that, like what I said earlier. I mean that there's the propensity to go into a very negative space because well, there's nothing, there's nothing, and you're stuck at home. I can't see my friends, I can't see my godkids.
Yeah.
But I realized that yes, you can be there, but you need to adapt. You need to find ways to get out of it, because how you respond to difficult situations will affect other people as well.
Yeah.
And if you're so negative, it's going to spread to your friends, to your loved ones. But if you're able to find some sort of a spark, some sort of a joy or sunshine, and you're able to embrace that, I think that spreads. And that's how it helped me throughout the entire circuit breaker period. When different people like that together, like the two of them, it was very encouraging to be on the same chat. Because we were laughing, we were talking about nonsense, but it just kept me going. So I was very, very grateful. And it helped me to be a lot more positive also.
Yeah. I mean, I can attest to how uplifting your show is, because when I came on your show, I came on a particularly difficult day, and it really made my evening. At the end of it, I walked away saying, this is actually what I needed, short of slitting my wrist or whatever, to be able to sit down and just chat with friends and laugh and take your mind off negative things and difficult things. So
no, I mean, I'm glad you said yes to the show that day, because we were very worried. We said, you know what, we just tell him no, we'll do it another time. But when you said you're okay to do it, I told the boys, I said, let's go on. Because I think we all need to be there as friends, as a community, and no matter something difficult happens, I think we have to be there for each other, because otherwise right?
Thank you. I'm forever grateful. Thank you so much. It really helped me pull through that week, And okay, let me ask you a question. Because we are all performers and we've all lived a freelance life, and we've all learned how to deal with doors being slammed in our face and rejection and all that, do you think all that has helped us cope better with a situation like this? Because a normal person would not have the number of doors slammed in our faces and be straight in your face, hey, you suck, and you walk in and you do an audition when half the time the people are not listening to you or bothered about what you're doing. You develop a thick skin and you learn how to deal with negativity, and you learn how to deal with shit, you know what I mean? Do you think that has actually made us stronger? This thick skin, this resilience has actually made us has actually helped us.
I think the human race, the human beings are very, very adaptable.
Some people are not.
No, some people are not. But I don't think we are a special breed. I don't think we are special. Every individual we all have different ways of coping, different ways of managing stress. But I think because the freelance world it takes a different sort of your mental state of mind to be able to go, because there's some months, Dwayne and Ben and I would know, and you all of us would know, we have no money coming in. How do you live? I think we were more prepped to deal with that, rather than having an income and then suddenly no more whatever. You know what I mean? See what I'm trying to say, lah. So
the lean days were
we're
more
not special.
often. We're not special. It's just that the lean days were more often than if you had a day, monthly wage.
So we've had training lah. We've been training for this all our lives lah.
And thick skin is developed as well. It's developed over time.
That's true. Okay. This question does not apply to you, Ben, okay? Because you're very tech savvy, okay? For Dwayne and Hossan, how tech savvy are you? Because I am zero. I know nothing about tech.
Yeah, Hossan, how tech savvy are you?
Hey, I taught you how to use your stuff, okay? Don't. My only problem was recently, of all things, was my freaking printer. I bought a new printer and I couldn't make it work. I was so angry at myself because yours truly got electronics degree one, okay, or whatever. So I was like, what the hell? Bloody Epson must download the app, download the driver that must not compatible with the Mac. It's like, so I blame the brand, not my ability.
Epson, yeah.
Epson soap.
Yeah.
But no, I embrace technology. I want to learn.
Okay.
When I've got time, I would love to. My next what's your dog?
Yeah, my dog. See, my dog's laughing at you too.
My next project, I mean, my technical thing is to go and learn how to use OBS, which is a software.
OBS? It sounds like a bad word, though.
It's an open source software for streaming live streams.
Live stream. So what we're doing now, I mean, whatever Dwayne is using another software, but I'm gonna use an outdoor broadcast system so that I learn how to stream live with all the bells
system,
with all the shoo. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So okay. now that we know about all these like OBS and all these fancy things and all that, right? Do you think I'm going to pull it back to us being non-essential people and something that's the hot topic right now, okay, which is elections, right? Do you think the people who are running for election are utilizing to the full potential all the tech stuff out there to help them with their campaigns? Okay, I put this question out to my fellow tech experts.
Ben?
I think definitely they are doing well in terms of tech. They're using Facebook, they're using YouTube Live, and they're doing it pretty well. And there are some parties that are going out there with some quite slick videos, which are very professionally put together.
Right.
And much better than previous elections, I reckon. So
do you think
a lot of improvement?
Right.
Sorry?
Do you think it's resonating with the people?
Yes. If you figure out how to put together visuals, I mean, look, it's like it's designing a show basically. So if you put together good visuals and good audio with emotionally charged music, confirm you're gonna pull some heartstrings lah.
Sure. Okay. All right. What about the live events? Okay. Now I'm asking this because one of our fellow non-essential actors, Cynthia Macquarie, posted this on Facebook, which I think is so apt. Okay. I quote. Wait. Let me look for the post. Okay. So she says, all the political parties should all adopt a different theatre company to help them get ready for the election. From staging, how to stand, how to look when someone else is talking, make sure mask not upside down, and help you rehearse, remind you to smile, give you feedback on your tone, body language, etc. Create jobs lah, support local theatre. What do you think?
Dwayne?
Yeah, totally. It was the nomination speeches were going on. I was having lunch, and I was like, it was. I am representing this, and I will promise you this. Vote for me. Vote for me. They were like robots, and then going off also cannot go off together, not in sync.
Not choreographed lah. Never come for rehearsal.
Yeah, and the irony was that that afternoon I was having my drama class with my girls, and I was teaching them about cadences and inflections, and I actually sent them a task to do over the weekend to create an election speech for themselves.
Oh, really?
I mean my students. So I think it's very important because like what Ben said, you need to use some sort of some people use the music to charge up emotions. I think you can use it, your voice, your delivery, and this takes training, So I think definitely need lah. If you really want to level up, don't need to stand there and talk.
Okay, speaking of which, I have another quote, okay? All right. Oh my God, I learned this by heart already. Because for our East Coast residents, we also have a plan for the East Coast. We have a East Coast Singapore. We have it together. An East Coast plan. We care at East Coast.
We don't exactly know. Okay, we don't exactly know what happened. I mean, what was going through his mind?
Right.
What he was going through. But I mean, okay, he might have had a case of nerves and garbled speech.
Right.
But you see, the problem with a lot of politicians and people in high places don't think they need it.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't think they need training. They think that as long as policies and they implement it, I mean, it's all that matters to them. But they forget that this next generation, and we're talking about our generation now, not even Dwayne's generation now, it's the next generation, next generation.
Dwayne, you're old already, man.
He is. Are looking at social media, are looking at so much magic going on. And if you don't deliver that magic on screen, you lose them. And they have to realize that. And I don't think they're trying to catch up. A lot of politicians have social media now. And they're getting younger people to run it for them, I think. But playing catch up is not the way to run an election now.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to see their personalities rather than standing up there.
Sorry.
Okay.
Person who?
I would like to see
name one.
Those who have personalities. Like okay, I don't support any party. I support people who are intelligent, people who work best for me. But I enjoyed listening to Jamus yesterday, right? I enjoy listening to Thaman whenever he speaks. I enjoy listening to Nicosia because they speak from the heart and they've got personality. You know, you don't have to be a great orator, but I need to be able to connect with you and listen to what you're saying, you know. And okay, I'm going to throw this question to our performers as well. All right. And then after that, I've got a question for you, Ben. If you are out there on stage and suddenly you get a mental block and you don't know what to say, how do you deal with that? Because I think that's what happened to a lot of the people. You know, they're not natural performers. So when they go out, sometimes in front of a crowd, they gabra.
Well, this is the basics of media training.
Sure.
You must have your key message. What is it you want to say? Write it down. Write it down.
Sure.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Rehearse. You cannot go out there and not know what the hell you're going to say, no matter what it is. Election speech, keynote speaker, whatever it is, you have to know. You have to rehearse. You cannot do improvisation there, especially not something as important as this. So my point is, as a performer, as a speaker, as a teacher, as a lecturer, you must know what to say, no matter what party you're in. Jamus knows what he was going to say.
Yeah.
Okay. He knows the stuff at the back of his head, back of his hand, or whatever, wherever it's the back of.
Right.
And that's why. So, you must know what you're going to say before you say it. Otherwise, don't say, don't talk, just smile. Oh.
Right. So that's what happens, is it? If you go out and you suddenly get a mental block, let's say if you're doing a stand-up, okay, no matter how prepared you are, sometimes you get a mental block. How do you deal with that?
You see, if you have a mental block, especially when you stand up or whatever you're going to say, if you know it worked well enough, you know which the next touch point to go to. You if you skip this whole chunk, you know where's your next point you have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go there straight away. You just skip, never mind. Never mind what, no one knows your speech, so they won't know what you missed out anyway.
Right.
Go to the next point and carry on.
I think it's very important that you prepare, like what Hossan said. Rehearsals are very important. It needs to become like second nature.
Yeah.
And then so that if you get a mental block, it's there at the back of your head, you can find it. And I speak with experience because many years ago I was doing Singapore Idol, the first season. And we were doing the song like at 11:30 p.m. at night.
Okay.
The song, and my call time was 6:30 in the morning. So the entire night, I only had the amount of time to learn this brand new song, learn the song, learn the choreography, learn the music. And so I can say in hindsight that I did not have enough time to rehearse. You don't rehearse for one song in 6 hours. So I had blocked. I couldn't remember the lyrics or the tune because I was physically tired. My mind was tired. I stood there and I went, I don't remember anything. And I remember Lee went, just get out. And I was like, oh my God, that has never happened to me before because I can improvise. I can do all things, but it's because I wasn't prepared because I didn't have time to prepare. So, and then from then on, I realized, every time I have something, I make sure I prepare. I point out if I need to have the cue cards in my pocket, I will keep them in my pocket so that if really emergency, I will just fish it out. There's no shame in, okay, just share, make it part of the choreography, make it part of the speech.
Yeah, absolutely.
So oh my God, you don't fumble. I've got it all planned out here, so this is what I'm going to talk about. Yeah.
That's a very good point. Yeah. Okay, Ben, you have worked with Hossan on a lot of his material, a lot of his scripts and all that. How different is it working with that and say if you had to write a speech for a politician? Would you adapt the speech to their personality or?
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. You gotta understand that person's, like what Dwayne said, the cadence. Different people have different cadence. Somebody's cadence in their own speech is as unique as their walking gait.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like trying to design how you would walk on a catwalk, like how you're gonna make the dress flow, for example, and everything. Every model is going to be different.
Yeah.
So when you're writing a speech for somebody, you got to understand that person's manner of speech. So like I can write for Hossan, I can write for Kumar, and basically tailor. You find the joke first, and then you tailor it to their speech, and then you tweak it a little bit there. Then, but the most important thing is that once you've gotten that down, right, it's a matter of rehearsing and rehearsing and rehearsing. Same thing. It's never about trying to improv. I don't know. Some people might think that improv is more natural, that kind of stuff, right? But I take a leaf out of what I learned from Saturday Night Live. So the word live, we think that this thing is like improv comedy. People go on a stage and then they just shoot them, right? They actually start work on Monday. The writers will go into the office on Monday. They start writing, and then they will churn out maybe about 200 skits by the time Tuesday night comes out. And it's all very like 30-second, 1-minute skits, right?
Yeah.
And then they will start putting it on the wall, and they will take it off. And then finally on Wednesday, the host for that Saturday will come in and look at all the skits that are on the board, and together with the guest stars and the actors and everything, they'll start to pick which ones they think got a chance to be funny. And they rehearse all week until Saturday afternoon when it's time for taping.
Wow.
And nothing, the producer, Lon Michaels, right, he absolutely hates ad-lib and improv.
Wow. Okay.
Every single syllable is scripted.
Wow.
Up to the point of pause, beat, everything. So sometimes the actors actually don't they actually don't follow him, and he gets really, really pissed off about it. Completely pissed off about it. And he really tries to keep everything tight as tight as possible. That's how you can actually come out with 1 hour of the best content on a Saturday. That's why it's legendary. That's why it's got so much legs, and it's got so much longevity. So many years, like 40 years already there.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's very important because you have to trust the humor, and you should trust the writers and the directors. So because sometimes as performers, I didn't do it, and I always like, really funny man, the joke funny man. And then and then after you rehearse, you go out there and you do the joke, and the audience laughs, and you go, oh my gosh, yes. Trust is very important in the team as well.
Yeah. And and that's why a lot of people, when they watch you on stage, they seem to think that it's improvised because you make it seem so natural. It just flows out of your mouth. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I cannot improvise. You ask me to do improvise stand up. I cannot.
Okay, tell us a joke now.
Voila, slap your bloody face. Sorry, I'm drinking. No jokes.
Okay. But
it's like that.
Yeah. And I think going back to this whole non-essential thing, a lot of people think that you just go up on stage just like that and put up an act. They don't realize the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes and to put that act together. So maybe that's why people think that we're non-essential, right?
Yeah.
No lah.
I think only when you actually start telling them, right? Like, for example, we have spoken to some politicians before, and they've taken our advice before. They do ask us silly things like, how do you improv? Wow, this is really natural talent. I say, no, it's practice. Even when you improv, it's because it's your data bank from experience. You got all the lines in your head already that have been rehearsed before. That's why you can actually churn them out.
Yes.
Yeah. It's years and months, and I mean, when it boils down to the time you step on stage, you would have brought on a lifetime of experience with you.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, you're not just going up there and just anyhow wing it, you know. And because you wing it, people can see right through you and go, you're fake.
Yeah.
You're faking it, you know.
Yeah. And it's also comic timing and your body language and all that as well. It's a combination of everything, you know. Right. Like I mean, it's like fashion shows, you know. People have come to me and say, why are we paying you so much for just like 15 minutes of work? Then I'm like, the fashion show is 15 minutes, but we spent hours and days putting the show together. The clothes don't miraculously fly from the rack onto the models, and but people think that, you know. So
so it's the same as if you go to drama school, for example, a student spend how many thousands of dollars training to be an actor. The man hours put in, the money put in, the blood, sweat, and tears put in, and then you go and a corporate gig or a government job, and they go, why must pay this one so much? Huh? You only do a few seconds work, what? Yeah, but how much work put in prior to that few seconds that has this guy put in for you to make you look good because of your brand?
That's true. That's very true. Yeah.
Drink some more.
Well said. Yeah. Standing ovation. Wait, cannot stand because I'm wearing shorts.
Don't stand, you're going to be out of frame.
Yeah, that's true. You see, that's why I need a script writer. Right. Okay, now that we can't do live shows and all that, right? Do you still get calls to do hosting and acting gigs and all that virtually? Is there a market now for it?
You're pointing away, but I think I am grateful because I've had a few gigs. Like NAC was consolidating some actors to host different music groups on a platform on YouTube and on Facebook.
Yes, I remember. I saw that.
Yeah. So I mean, we had a call and we were like, sure. And I got the call in the first week of the circuit breaker. So I was like, yeah, sure. Anything that. And I'm really grateful because they are providing opportunities and they're paid opportunities. So I was like, oh, great. And I mean, I was asked to do the storytelling thing that I do every Saturday for theater. So there are more and more, because that's the only way to do things now. And I'm thankful and grateful for the opportunities that are opening up, and opportunities, even paid or unpaid, at least to create something and, you know, create a presence for a while, for now at least.
Yeah.
I think keeping creative is very important for us, because otherwise, we just sit there. I can just play my stupid computer game for hours, and then just become very stupid. But like I said, I'm very fortunate. One of the fortunate few that had constant work. Like Ben and I had never been so busy. It's ridiculous. Normally, to be honest, March, April, May, June is the quietest month of every year. Allowed period, because it's end of what financial year lah, no more money. So I got no work. So I had Home Together, which I interviewed you, Daniel, on the show on TV. Yes. I've had virtual stand-up comedy, which Ben and I worked on together. And now we've got this MCCY gig where we are telling jokes with Faz and Rishi.
Yes, I've seen that.
It's just been constant work, and I'm just so happy to be able to do something creative with my friends.
I actually feel energized. I actually feel as if this is it's almost like a necessary wake-up call for us. It's like, okay, you've got all this ability to do stuff. Be grateful for it. Let's do it.
Is the process different? You know, working on a live show and working on a virtual show, is the process very different? And do you have to approach your rehearsals differently and the way you present differently?
I think logistics-wise, yes. But nothing insurmountable. It's just a matter of almost like we are doing stuff in a different location now. So let's do a recce and see what needs to be done and what are the limitations, and then you deal with it. Yeah.
And I think it's more the challenge that actually energizes us. You know, we are suckers for challenge lah. So suckers for pain, I tell you. But it's fun because but scary. When I did my first ever virtual stand-up comedy a month ago, I was shit scared because I come into an empty room, 3 cameras, lights, and I'm telling jokes. and no one's laughing because there's no one.
Yes.
So the timings different, reactions are different. So it's a learning process for me, especially. It's like I'm used to crowds laughing, but now it's like I tell a joke and like, what's that laugh?
You should just record the laugh track in your phone. Then you tell
that's true. Yeah.
You have a live stream of people watching you laugh on the laptop, so at least you can.
Yeah, that's true.
But even then, if you Zoom or whatever, one person laugh already, and no one else can laugh already. I cannot hear.
Yeah.
But for you, Dwayne, you've been telling stories and all that. What about there's no reaction either, right?
So I have to, because there's a lot of times where with kids, right? I literally have a frame like that, and I go, "So kids, what sound do these animals make?" And I have to pretend as though they are responding to me, and then that's great. What about lions? What sound do lions make? Oh, that's awesome. And the interesting thing is that parents message me and they send me videos of their children responding and going, "Hey, how you running? They respond the same time you give them a break,
Oh,
or
wow.
and I play like we lose or draw with them, right? I was doing like flowers. Okay, this is did you say flower? And then the parents will tell me they guess the same time you turn around and look at them. So
What if they guess something else? What if they guess like beetle? And then you say, yes, you got it right, it's flower.
Well, there are other 100 children watching lah, so one of them should But it's a new ball game. You just have to imagine and pretend, and even if they don't say anything, it's okay. You just keep going on. And it's just a new thing that you got to learn, because it's different from telling the story live, and then they have immediate response. The kids are like, no, uncle. And then it's fun because you can improvise something else. But this one, you just have to okay, keep going with the script, keep going with the story.
Right. How do you think all these new ways of doing shows are going to affect the future when we can finally start to do live shows again? Do you think the live shows are going to be very different?
No, I don't think live shows will be very different. It's just that live shows will not be happening for a very long time. I think, you've already heard West End is close to 2021, Broadway is close to mid 2021.
Yeah.
We don't know when we can start our theatre, because Dwayne and I'm directing Dwayne in a show at the end of the year. I don't know when that's going to happen. Fingers crossed. We're still planning as if it's going to happen, but if government is saying, we have to practice safe distancing, which we should, it doesn't make financial sense.
Yes. Yeah, agreed. I'm asking this because I work on fashion shows as well, and right now I'm working on a series of virtual fashion shows and all, and we're not really sure if when we are allowed to do shows again that's going to be the norm, because everyone is so used to doing virtual fashion shows, and you don't necessarily need to fly Paris or Milan or New York to attend Fashion Week. So and we used to do 20, 30, 40 models a show. Now they're okay, we got a lot of models in the show. We got 4, you know what I mean? Because these 4 models are going to be doing that virtual show. So even if we're allowed to do shows again, I don't think fashion shows are going to go back to the norm, which is why I asked you that question.
So I think it's going to be really interesting, because now, when the virus hit, right, then we were looking at physical borders closing off. Countries are no longer physically in touch with each other, right?
Yeah.
But because of technology, we're starting to realize that actually this is opening more doors. If we can actually put our heads together. Look, we had 3 comedians on the one film for that thing that we had just launched with MCCY, right?
Yeah.
I don't actually have to say, for example, if I wanted a comedian, if I wanted Ronnie Cheng from The Daily Show, he's calling into our show in Singapore and everything. We can actually be on the same show no matter where we are in the world. So same thing with fashion shows and anywhere. And here's the interesting thing. So it is an advantage as well as a threat. You get all the people, especially now that it's elections, people are saying that, oh no, if you don't look after us, foreigners will come to Singapore and take our jobs. The fact of the matter is, foreigners don't have to come to Singapore to take our jobs.
Exactly.
They're taking our jobs from abroad virtually.
Yes.
If I can call in, can you think of, if say, for example, you're a big agency like us, ad agency, And if the MOM keeps saying that, oh, you gotta go and look for people in Singapore first to fill your office and everything, but what if I get a creative director from Hong Kong, for example? I mean, they will be looking for jobs now and everything, and he doesn't have to fly here. He's remotely directing the work from there. If he's good, people will hire him. Don't have to actually pay expat package for housing or anything like that anymore. Because I mean,
absolutely.
So that's the scary thing, as well as the challenging thing, that we need to harness everybody's energy all over the world to make good stuff. I think that's the key lah. As long as we do good work, we shouldn't be scared of the future.
Absolutely. So that's why I disagree with some of the the political parties who say that no, you cannot have foreigner in these jobs. I'm like, sorry, dude, which century are you?
Yeah. Actually, Ben, what you said is really true, because I find myself now, coming up in July, I'm directing a couple of fashion shows internationally, remotely from my bedroom. You know what I mean? And it's amazing how they set it all up so that it almost feels like I'm being there, even though the crew are in, like, for example, Dubai or in Manila or in London. So I think really that's going to be the new norm.
Yeah, I think absolutely right. Like the show that I did for the MCCY with Hossan and Rishi and Faz. Actually, I haven't met Hossan physically for quite a few months.
Wow, we haven't seen each other.
I wasn't in the studio, in the office, and everything. I was looking at the stuff through Zoom and giving comments via giving comments via WhatsApp, directing off the screen. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, we actually haven't even met up. To pass you your beer, by the way.
Oh yeah, we'll meet up soon. That one cannot virtual.
Yeah, actually, that's one thing I miss. I'm actually an introvert by nature, so I really enjoyed the lockdown and enjoyed my time and all that. But chatting with friends and all that has helped me keep sane. But now it's made me yearn for your physical company, sitting down, having a coffee. That's what I'm looking forward to, but not for the moment, because now everyone is chonging out, right? So I think it's not quite safe to go out yet, lah.
Yeah, I mean the numbers have come up already. What I mean,
yes,
right now it's been 2 weeks since phase 2, and the community cases are just
creeping up.
Creeping up. Yeah.
I wonder if it's because people think that phase 2 means pandemic is over, let's go back to our normal lives, because I see a lot of people out there not wearing masks, not social distancing, not taking precautions.
Not wearing masks? Seriously?
Yes, I see them out there, you know what I mean? Yeah, so and why aren't people catching them? Why aren't people stopping them? So I really don't know.
Complacency now. It's complacency has said it.
Yeah. And I'm most afraid that because the numbers are going up, there's going to be a second lockdown, and I think that's going to be fatal for a lot of businesses, you know.
Yeah, after elections.
After National Day, National Day. Yeah, I think it's going to be after National Day, so we can spend National Day watching Hossan performing, and then after that lockdown.
It should be before lah. Then everybody will be at home watching Hossan perform.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we all should do our part to be responsible. You know what I mean? Because if we want everything to open and go back to normal, then
it's never going to go back to normal.
It won't. Yeah.
Until we find a vaccine, it will never go back to normal. I'm not going to let my parents go out. I'm going to say, you stay at home.
Oh my God, I'm like that too, you know? Yeah. I mean, what about, what do you miss most about pre-pandemic days? You know, now that our life has gone through all these changes and all that, are there things that you miss or you've forgotten already? I mean, apart from physical company, like going out and having a drink with friends and all that.
I mean, I'm a very people person. I like human beings. I like to hug. I'm a very physical touch person.
Right.
And so suddenly, I mean, I love my dad and my sister, and I'm really glad that we were together during the whole time. But I miss my friends. I miss God kids. So when phase 2, but because phase 1 you can only see your blood relatives, right? But I still can see my God kids because we're not related by blood. So when
Right.
phase 2 happened, he came over. My godson came and hugged me. It was a long 3-minute hug.
Wow.
And so I wanted to cry because I just missed that warmth of hugging another human being that's not a family member.
Yeah.
And connecting, and that's what I miss most, that human connection, because it's great to have connection like that, via Zoom or via.
Yeah.
It's very different. There's a reason why one of the love languages is touch. There needs to be a physical connection, and that for me is so important. And there's only so much I communicate like that, and sometimes just holding a hand, a hug, or that goes beyond anything. So for me, that's the most thing.
I think mine is terbalik. Mine was, I think circuit breaker was great because I got to spend so much time with my family, my wife, my son, and they gave me a lot of strength. Them being there just outside my study door, it's been the most wonderful thing in the last 2.5 months.
Yeah.
So earlier this week when I had to go back to the office, I was like anxious, separation anxiety. Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't want to go. And my son kept giving me hugs at the door and asking me to stay safe, wash your hands when you come home. So it's give and take lah. Then going to the office, it was nice to see my colleagues or half my team that was there. But of course, we know we can't express ourselves by touch. There's no love language; it's inappropriate in the workplace. Do not touch your subordinates. That's not what we do.
My family is not a very physical family, and in fact, it's just, but we just want to be in the same room for a little while with each other and catch up. But just like yesterday, for example, I went after my NDP rehearsals. I went to my parents' house for dinner, and we were done in half an hour. It's like, come eat. Then like, okay, all right, nice seeing you. Take care, bye. We're like that. But it's just the time that you spend together, and then that's it. Then go ahead. I'll see you next week. Bye. But that's how we are. But it's just, I think for a lot of people, all of us, it's that social interaction, that physical interaction, live interaction that we miss, because this is so weird. It's just, and I'm so tired after every Zoom session.
It is, it is tiring on the eyes and all because of the lighting.
And I keep looking at my hair, I'm like, cannot, very tiring.
I keep looking at my hair too, but because every day I got new clusters of gray hair. Like, you look at the amount of gray hair I have now. I know, Ben, what you mean by separation anxiety, because unlike my dog doesn't have separation anxiety. I do. And now that I go out and I'm very, very lucky. I'm working throughout July. I'm working throughout August.
Good.
I'm really very blessed. But every time I leave home, I can't wait to go home. And every half an hour, I keep checking. It's like, parents checking on their babies. So I keep checking on my dog. Oh, she's sleeping now. Oh, she's sleeping on the other bed. Oh, she's in the kitchen. Oh, she's, so I can't wait to go home. And I've been so used to spending all that time with her. It's the other way around lah. Usually it's the dogs that get separation anxiety. Yeah. So I really think that working from home is going to be the new norm for me. Yeah.
I think so too, because like today I went downtown to Shenton Way area because we're going to see a tailor. At what time was it now? It was about 1 p.m.
Right.
And Shenton Way was dead, which is
really
supposed to be. Yes, it was absolutely dead. Hardly any cars on the road. It was lunchtime, but so I think it's good that people are taking the work from home thing. But I think it's going to be the new norm lah, because you cannot afford to have a wave again. We'll die, all of us.
That's true. Yeah. Have you all been shopping? Speaking of Hossan going to the tailor, have you all been shopping? Like shopping online? You're all nodding, right? What have you been? Clothes?
Oh my god! I've been buying toiletries because I love toiletries. So I got 15 different types of shower gel in my. I can smell like a flower one day, a piece of fruit one day, wood the next day.
I can smell you from here.
I tell you, yes, I can smell. Oh my god! Yeah,
Lovely. What about Dwayne and Ben?
I've been buying also because it was Father's Day. It was my sister's birthday, my godson's birthday. So I was, and everything was closed. So I had to go online to shop for presents. And then I've been buying clothes. And from China, Taobao. So it takes, I'll buy it and I forget. I'll forget about it. And then 4 weeks later, I'll be like, hey, I got something. I forgot that I bought this. So I get this mystery presents. I'm like, hey, how come I got this parcel? I don't remember. Oh, I did order this like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, it happens. Every few days there'll be a doorbell, and oh wow, yes, it's finally here. So I buy random things. I try to keep the cost down by making sure that it's small stuff.
Right.
So I make an excuse to shop online, like, oh, this bulb fuse already. Maybe I can replace with dimmable LED. So I'll just go online and just
And whilst I'm
search.
buying that, I buy 3 new shirts as well, is it?
No lah. Shirts, just go Uniqlo and try lor.
yeah.
Just
Actually,
go in the sale section.
I've bought Uniqlo shirts online, and because of the show that we did, Ben, MCCY gig. So I bought jacket. I never bought clothes online because my size is so weird, so small, right? And then with a tummy, so I need to. So, and Uniqlo it's amazing. It's just like delivered in 2 days. I'm like, it fits.
Yeah.
So no need to go out anymore. Literally, and food online. We've been just online ordering from all the restaurants that we normally never go on.
Yeah.
So now the rule for shopping in my household is only go out to the shops to buy if you cannot find it online.
Ayo.
Yeah.
But
And it saves a lot of trouble. It's safer.
That's true. And you get unexpected presents, right?
Yes.
All
And
the
actually,
time.
if you go out now, it's really leceh. Like I made a trip to Tampines Mall. So there's a lot of scanning thing you have to do. So when you scan into the mall,
That's right.
you go into Body Shop, you got to scan, then scan out. Go to the next shop beside, you scan. So after a while, I walk past, I'm like, never mind, I don't need this lah.
Can't be bothered. Yeah.
There's a hack, There's a hack. There's a tech hack. Do you have the SingPass app on your iPhones?
Oh yes, my sister has that. So you just did the one, right?
Huh?
You just
No, you can program Siri to understand it. So you can actually say,
Hey Siri,
scan safe entry or safe entry check-in. Yeah.
Oh,
so then
man.
automatically it will check you in.
Yeah. Then when you're done, you hey Siri, safe entry checkout.
That's so good, so easy.
Wow.
Every time I'm like, cool like that. Okay, thanks. And then I go and see one thing come out. Like less than 5 minutes at the shop, I scan in, scan out, scan in, scan out. So legit.
So
Yeah,
you must
so
do it like
kind of-
very like macam high tech. You just like, hey Siri, safe entry check in. Then you walk in. Hey Siri, safe entry check out. You walk out.
Like that. Hey Siri, pay for the shirt for me, right?
You're seeing this response to you.
I just turned Siri on.
Okay, so over this entire lockdown period, how much of your purchases were essential purchases and how much of it was boredom purchase?
All essential.
Sure, no. Okay, everything can be essential, right? You can justify everything is essential.
Okay, so the alcohol was essential.
Lovely.
Hey, nice.
Ayo.
I'm gonna show you what I buy. 1 second.
Wait, ordered a bike online.
There. Remember we talked about this last time?
Yes, that's right.
Oh my god, that's VR man.
Yeah, I found this on Taobao. So I bought for my father and my father as well.
Is that a face shield?
No lah, I think it's sunglasses that
kind of thing lah.
the face shield lah, but it stopped halfway lah. But it's still
So you
good.
wear that with a mask lah. Then you look like Zorro.
Yeah, so a bit stylo, then so I go out with this, then I cannot see that. Really take out.
But I find the mask, right? Walao, pimples like all down here. It's very irritating.
Even the cloth mask. Did you get cloth masks?
Both lah.
Mask, but I find that I'm getting a rash on my ear
Yeah.
because of the strap.
What about the straps behind? You know those plastic bands that you can hook on the straps to?
Oh, the Thai one.
No, there's like some kid made it's like a plastic ruler like that. So so instead of it latching onto your ears, it's latching onto behind. So it's
I have
just
no idea what you just said, Dwayne.
I got this one, and it's got a loop over here that goes around the ear lah.
Yeah.
Then it's got this thing that goes behind your head. Wait, let me try to put it on.
Oh, right. So it goes up like that and
So
down the
it's
side as well.
like this. You put it on,
Uh-huh.
and there's a wire in here so that you can mold it to your nose, right?
Right.
Then you put the two loops around your ears, and then you tighten the back down here.
So
Yeah.
and then when you're eating, you can just hang it down like a little necklace.
wow. Yeah, that's another problem that I
So
found.
this is from a friend of ours. I don't know, Hossan, you might know him. What's his name? Jack from Bangkok. He was in, I think you know. Anyway, his wife is a designer, so she does all these. Yeah.
Well, that the mask is really nice. Because another problem I found is wearing masks, Chinese, right, got flat nose, right? My mask keeps slipping down. So I'll be talking and then my mask will just go lower and lower and lower. You know what I mean? And like now
That's why I wear it here.
So I'm like, I really need to get a mask with a strap up here.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, would you have a fashion show like just for masks? Would there be ever a thing? Like,
Okay, now
featuring
that you said that, okay, okay lah. You know, I do a pitch for I do a shout out for my event lah. We are organizing a virtual fashion festival starting on the 20th. It's premiering on the 20th of August. It's called The Front Row. And all the shows are virtual shows. So all the designers, we've got Singapore designers, we've got arts and designers and all showing. And they're showing everything that you can purchase directly online. So it's everything, including masks, including stuff relevant to us right now. Jewelry, essential clothes, non-essential clothes, Kiao stuff. But essentially, we decided to do this because music's doing something, theatre's doing something. All these industries are coming together, banding together to do all these things. Fashion hasn't done anything. So we all decided to just band together and do our own event, organize our own event, you know what I mean? And just help each other.
Wow.
That's good.
So please, 20th of August, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Our handle is thefrontrow.style. Then you
The front row style. Let me write it down.
front row style. Yeah.
So I've never watched a virtual fashion show before, so I think it'd be really fun.
Well, I've never produced a virtual fashion show as well. Please be kind.
First time for everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a learning process, and I thank my lucky stars that I've done TV before, I've done film before, so being on set, it's not something new to me. It's not a new skill set, but still, technology is very, very me and technology, different generation now. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, because it's your mic there that's making all the noise now.
Oh, it's my mic. Oh, sorry.
I think so.
Hello.
Yeah. Anyway, having said that, though, I think that what's happening right now is the charities that are suffering, and they're all beginning to find out new ways of raising money for the charities virtually. I think, Dwayne, you were involved in the ACI one recently, right?
Yes. That's
Yeah.
the one with
that's about
Hossan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we can raise money virtually without having to sit through a 5-hour gala dinner with drunk people vomiting all over you.
Oh,
So we're looking. Well, so what's going to happen right now? And next time we do gala dinners, right? We'll get restaurants to cater. So it's high-end restaurants, 5-star Michelin star restaurants that you pay, they deliver the food, and we all on Zoom eat together the first course. And then there's you know what I mean? And you're all at your own homes, and you can donate the silent auctions. I think that's the next the way to do charities the next time already. I think.
I think that's a fantastic way. Then when you get tired, you go toilet or whatever.
Nobody will know exactly. Then all our performances are very short. Then you cannot. Then people will not be yam-sing over your song or your jokes.
Yeah,
so
correct. And then the you need to be there because your shows are pre-recorded also sometimes.
Exactly. So you can do 5 shows at the same time.
Correct. Yeah.
See, good things have come out of this lockdown. Okay, all right. It's been a wonderful hour. Before we end, since we are all showbiz people, we're gonna do a rapid fire improv. Okay?
Wait,
Never rehearsed. Never rehearsed.
Never rehearsed that. You just go and guess what.
Very easy. These questions which I'm gonna ask, you will know at the back of your hand one. For example, what's your favorite musical? Quick.
Ghost the musical.
Okay.
Rent.
Rent. Okay. When?
Hamilton.
Okay. If you could act alongside anyone in the world, any actor or whatever, alive, living or dead, who would it be?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay.
Meryl Streep.
Ben?
Damn, we took Meryl Streep.
I do agree. Know each other too long already.
Okay.
Classic.
I'll answer the question for
Kate
you.
Blanchett.
Okay, Kate Blanchett. So, okay. Who would play you in a film about your life?
The actor died already.
Never mind. You can resurrect him because now everything is virtual, right?
Wow. I would say for me it'll be Sean Hayes.
Okay. Okay. Good choice.
Jack.
I can see him. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll be white lah. Kena white face ah.
Yellow face lah. He'll be yellow face.
For him, yellow face. Yeah.
He'll be yellow face.
I don't know if you know this guy Sean, but I don't know his surname because I took over him in a show before. Sean, he's based in Australia now. He used to be an actor. I think it's Filipino. Sean used to be in Singapore also as an actor. Confirm you all know him one. He's a comedian. He was in like the talent time or something like that. Fame Awards. He was the winner of Fame Awards.
Oh my God, Sean Yap.
Yes, correct. So
you want him to play you?
No lah, I think we got very similar vibes. I took over him for one show last time for a kids show. The only person I can think of.
He was in Chestnuts. Sean, is that him?
Sean,
Yes, I think so.
Vaguely remember theater one. No,
Very
mine,
long
okay.
ago, yeah.
I'm trying to look like yes, I do know him. Now that
Yeah, on Chestnuts. He was with Jonathan Lim last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine can only be one person. It's Pat Morita.
What? Actually, I thought you would say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Happiest theatrical memory.
Oh wow.
I know you all have lots on stage, off stage. What is the thing that would okay?
Well, that's hard.
My happiest theatrical memory was working with Hossan on Company. Because, yes, it was literally not stuff I've done on stage or whatever. Okay, this is how I ended up working on Company. Okay, I just stepped off a flight, jet lag, everything. Hossan texts me, would you like to be in Company? I read it as, would you like company? Sure. You know? That's how I ended up doing Company. But you know what? It was a dream production. You know, Hossan is the kind of person that respects every single person on set, and it was a collaboration. You know, a lot of people say it's collaboration is bullshit. You know what I mean? But it was a dream production, and that's why I cannot do any more. I cannot dress any more theatrical productions because you have spoiled me, Hossan Leong.
Somehow you win best costume design, Don't say.
Because I had great direction. I had a director with a great vision. So it was never a case of trying to second guess someone. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And then when you work with the actors and all that, I watched Hossan work with the actors. So when you work with the actors, you know exactly what the characters were, and then you can put their wardrobe together. Because at the end of the day, I'm like a personal shopper. right? I'm putting the wardrobe together because this character would wear this character would wear that. So it was okay. So that is my happiest theatrical memory.
Nice.
And yours?
Mine. Okay, I have a few lah, but I'm going to be Team Hossan today. And that was a show that I did 2 years ago, Singapore Carol. And why I'd say it's one of my happiest moments also is because I think Hossan put together a very fun team of people, a team of people who are very hardworking. And it was so fun that, every dinner, usually dinner breaks during rehearsals or during the show itself, everybody would and do their own things. Nobody left. Everybody would go to the green room and play games and hang out with each other, and you're going to go. No, we're all together. And he created this bond among the cast that to this day, I think I was like, I don't know whether I'll ever get that again or whether I've had that. We usually have one or two that close together. This one, for some magic he had, everybody just came together. We're playing games. We see each other on stage a lot, no? But we still often
it's so much so that I have had to leave the chat group because it's non-stop, okay? Even the company chat group, the chat group carried on for months. Even to today, since 2012, they still meet up.
Yeah.
And they travel together and still do projects together. And same with the Singapore Carol. It's like, oh my God, it's like y'all are still talking and y'all don't mind. So no, I'm very happy. So if y'all say that, that's my happiest moments because for me, working on a theatre show is about community. Yeah. And as a director, I am no better than anybody. For me, this is my vision. This is the light, sound, set, actors. You all do your jobs because I cannot do your jobs for you. And that's how I work. And I think if you guys have just said what you said, then I've done my job. And I'm very happy.
So can we all work together again?
Can. I think very hard now.
Ben, write something original.
Speaking of writing, actually, I think if there's anything that made me really, really happy was the
Christmas Company.
Last year's Hosanna show was the happiest because I think we took learnings from our 2 decades in business and we relaxed and we took our time to write it and we collaborated. I mean, everybody knows that I've been writing for Hossan for 20 years, but we never truly collaborated until last year. I think last year was the first time we sat together and we joked with each other. And wrote a script together. Because a writer's job is always, it tends to be isolated. You tend to do everything first, and the director's vision carries it forward. But last year was fabulous because we completely relaxed. We just said, let's just do the stuff we want, and we tell the jokes we want, don't care.
I think by far that was the best show.
It was the best show because it was sincere. Even if the jokes were bad or the songs were corny, it was from the heart. It came out really, really genuine, and I think it resonated really well with everybody, and that was the most heartening thing for me because it connected with everybody. And it's not that the quality of the stuff is good. We never write like award-winning stuff nobody writes stuff to win awards lah. But it's just that the connection we made with our audiences, that was the magic every single night. It was one of those few shows where I wanted to go to the show every day.
I also.
Really,
Okay. I want to ask you, the very, 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 very quick changes, right? Did you have to work out for that? Because you must be damn fit, right? To do all those quick changes and keep singing. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I did. I did try to get fit for the 3 months, leading up to the show.
Okay.
But by doing that, I injured myself. My knee gave way. So walane. I stressed until I had to go and see orthopedic doctor all the next day. But that made me realize how old we actually was. So don't anyhow already. Now next show I do in a wheelchair already. Choi.
Yeah.
Make sure you sing and then you get actors in the background to change. Idea. Or you do virtually lah, so you can take your time to change and then you edit so that it looks really quick.
No, do live change and come back.
Yeah. Okay. How would you all like to be remembered? Chim lah. We end on a chim note.
I mean, you mean on your gravestone inscription?
Or how would you like people's memory of you to be? How would you like people to remember you? Or them chim, right?
Not really. For me, it's very simple. My only, I think I've been put on this planet, this earth, to make people happy.
Okay.
And that's my, to be positive, to bring joy and smiles to people's lives. And I think over the years, I have managed to do that for a lot of people, I think. And I'll continue to do that. So that's, I'll never get tired of seeing a smile on someone's face, even if I tell a really bad joke. Tap here.
Wow. You know what's the worst thing about that one? I saw it on Facebook first, right? And tap it's basket. Then I saw it on Instagram. I tried again.
I was so concerned there. I really
Hossan Leong.
So for those of you watching and wondering what is Hossan Leong on about, you go to my Facebook of Hossan Leong Official. I have a post there. I was very angry, about somebody trying to get into my status. Yeah, very disturbed. So I put it up, and then Ben and everyone, they all read it lah. That's why you understand why they're laughing.
Yeah, so we were concerned.
Yes.
So yay, achieved.
Okay then.
I'll go. I think I want to be remembered as somebody who has impacted people, be it through the sincerity of my life, by making them laugh, making them, like what Hossan said, making them smile. I think that way Hossan and I are very similar, because I resonate a lot with what he shares as well. And that's what I want to remember. I want to remember, oh yeah, my God, I miss Dwayne. He's always so funny, or he's always got something to say that can comfort me, or he's always has a positive thought. And I think that's important in life, and that's been my gift. So I just want to make sure I pay it forward to people around me. Yeah.
I think mine's exactly the same. So I'm going to say ditto, which is probably a line from your favorite musical.
Ghost. That's from Ghost.
I mean, that's what we do. Why we do what we do, I guess. I mean, if you are in this business for the wrong reasons, maybe I can't say wrong reasons lah, because to you it may be the right reason. But fame is fleeting. Fortune will never come. So I always ask the students that come under me, why do you do it? What is your reason for being an actor or being in showbiz? And if you're in it for the reasons that don't last, then neither will your career, I don't think, or you won't be happy.
Yeah. Well, I personally will have a lot of different memories of all three of you, but the one thing that I'll take away is the fact that the three of you together lifted me up on one of my darkest days. So that's one thing I will never, ever, ever forget. You know what I mean? So thank you everyone.
Thank you for taking the chance of coming onto our show.
Stress leh. but it was something I needed. It was something I needed to do, because at the end of the day, only you can pull yourself out of darkness.
Of course. Yeah.
Right? And sometimes the way you decide to pull yourself out of darkness is to surround yourself with other sources of bright shining light, because they will shine the light on you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So thank you very much for that, and thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Talking forever, right? All right, guys, stay safe, and you know what? We need to connect and make that coffee date sometime.
Yes, please. Now can already. Yeah.
Now can already. Yeah. And good luck with all your projects. Good luck with National Day. I will look out for you as you parachute out of the plane, Hossan.
As I know, my first job is to ke kanan lurus.
Not so fast, just gently.
Gently, just slow, gently.
Hey, President. Like that.
Kakak.
Kakak.
All right. Thank you guys. Good night, and we'll see you soon. Okay. And for
Good
the rest
night.
of you,
Thanks.
thank you for listening in. Bye.
So log out.